Away by Esmeralda Arias, Itzel Sanchez, Sheila Basilar, and Jordan Abreu. I remember when I was a little kid, my mom and dad got deported to Mexico. I stood in Florida with my grandma and sister Esperanza. I still remember that day like from the tip of my tongue. The best thing is to dream big and never let anything in your way. Lupita, do you remember when I told you Mama and Papa got deported? Asked Esperanza. Yes, replied Lupita. Well, they got to escape and made it through. By that time, we were as old as dinosaurs. They left us. They didn't even want anything to do with us. Lupita, said Esperanza. I stood in the middle of the room puzzled. Esperanza said, sorry, I didn't want to hurt your feelings any more than they already are. I was furious that I looked like a red tomato. I slammed the door right in Esperanza's face. Suddenly, my anger turned into bitter disappointment for my parents and my sister. It took me about a week to forget what had happened. I wanted to take things off my chest. I realized sooner or later I would have to forgive Esperanza. After lying about my parents, I talked to Esperanza that we should forget about everything and have a good time together. We decided to go to the beach and relax. After we went bowling, every time we'd play, I'd never miss. Esperanza applied to the NASA for the Great Expedition to Mars. She was so anxious, she was biting her fingernails. In the meantime, I knew Esperanza was up to something. I started looking for documents for anything that seemed suspicious or out of the ordinary. I found an interesting application from NASA. I started reading it very slowly. Once I got towards the end, my sister walked in the room as quiet as a mouse. She was walking in as I held the application up towards her face. Ring, ring, ring. The house phone went. Ring, ring, ring. The house phone went. Esperanza answered the phone while I was watching her for a second. I thought a date. Then, all of a sudden, she bursted. I'm going. Esperanza had a tear of joy going down her smooth cheeks. The next day, Esperanza was brushing her long hair black and looked in the mirror. I asked her, where are you going? She looked at me worried with her big round green eyes. We were walking down the hallway. I tricked Esperanza by saying, let me give you a massage. I told her to sit down. I tackled her down and tied her up. Esperanza said, you got me. I tried to convince her not to leave, to make up her mind and not to go. My sister was too stubborn. Nothing could change her mind. Lupita, you don't understand. This is one of the greatest opportunities in life. I hope one day you can forgive me. I must follow my dreams. I heard her reasons, and I felt completely apart from her. At one point, I hated her, but she was right. I untied her from the chair and left the room. I realized our time together was drifting apart, so I decided to spend the last few weeks with Esperanza. Esperanza and I went to the beach, mall, park, roller skating, bowling, and had a blast. Flora had made one of her most delicious pumpkin pie. Esperanza and I had dashed to the dining room and called it a day. I had forgotten that day. Things were about to come to an end with my beloved sister. She was packing her bags as I stood watching her, and these last few moments. All I could think about is, will she make it there? What if she never doesn't? She was taking a big risk, thoughts I would never forget of her. Clang went the rocket ship. Flora was so proud of Esperanza. Esperanza was making history. She was going to be the first Mexican-American to go to Mars, a worldwide sensation. I took a plea to God and prayed to protect my sister. The last few moments, I remember accepting Esperanza's reality and her dreams. I gave her my never-forgetting hug and hysterically crying. As she drifted away, I understood she will watch over me even though she is far, far away in Mars.